So one of the main things I really wanted to do on Beer Force One was change the wheelhouse seating, and finding something of good quality was absolutely paramount because I wanted to make it and improve it and make it look really good. And I've been searching around, and I will admit I have a look on Facebook Marketplace, and occasionally nice things turn up. And the seats were one of the main things. I wanted some nice comfortable seats that were really good quality, and this is exactly what I found. And the lovely thing about it was it actually come from a really nice family. And Paul, the bloke who sold me the seats, absolute legend, brilliant bloke, lovely family as well. I wanted some hardback seats, and it's, as you can see, very narrow, so the turning of it will fit in perfectly on the boat. But these seats, they're actually out of a F-Type Jaguar. So the little compact Jaguar sports car, this is what they're from. They've hardly been used, they still smell like new, and they are absolutely going to be perfect for when we set them in. And Frank's really looking forward to wearing them for me. So do you like our new seats? Do they approve? Yeah? Rah. Rah. Yeah, I know, you're looking for food. So if you've been following our page, you'll know the last few parts that we've been waiting for have now turned up with great help from Becky from Diesel Parts Direct. We've used Diesel Parts Direct for the last few years, and they've been excellent on parts, always shipped it out on time. We had a little issue this time, and straight away they've been on it, they've monitored it, and they've made sure it's come out. And there's not much more. When you buy parts, you want the best price and good quality, and that is exactly what they've done. They've delivered every time. So happy days. We've now got the last few bits and we can crack on the engine. So thank you very much, Becky. So a quick recap on where we are now. We have 11 of the wet liners and pistons in place, but there was a mould defect on one of the wet liners and a very slight hairline crack in it. So when I can find it. There. You can just see a faint line going there, and if you look on the other side, you'll see a crack just there. And luckily we spotted that just as we were just about to offer it in place. So that one's the dead one. We've now got the new one, so we are over the moon. We are just about to install it and get on with it, get the engine back together, which is what I've been waiting for ages. These are transfer port inspection hatches, as I've just been told, and they're absolutely caked in it. So we're going to give them a quick clean up, some brake clutch cleaner before they go back on, and make them look a little bit better. So you can see the state of them, they bloody need it. So these are the inspection ports when they're cleaned out from all the carbon. And to be fair, little toothbrush, because they are awkward to get into these nooks and crannies, and a bit of brake cleaner, perfect.
push line. Okay, don't move. Okay. I'll try and tuck that sleeve in.
Oh, you got the tapper? Cheers.
The ring doesn't fall. Yeah, it's good, yeah.
That's a lot better. That's it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You got to tighten up there, haven't you?
Just like.
Oh, right, okay, that's it. Right, we're in. Yes, you want silicone gaskets, yeah? You're on camera. So, show your best side, mate.
I don't have a good side.
Wow.
Could you make a camera not freaking at me, like make it look like a fat pig, please? I look like a penguin on fucking Batman.
The last time we recorded something, I looked like I was pregnant.
So the fucking camera's adding fucking 30 kilos.
Are you sure it won the alcohol? Right,
we need these 3 gaskets that go in here. We actually gotta put those on first.
Where can I put that? I'm gonna put that across there. 3 small little debris.
1 3 holes and then 2 2 holes.
Yep. 3 holes, 2 holes. So the sump is now on. The pistons and wet liners are in place. The oil pump is now sat in place and all torqued up. And she's getting there. So we're now moving forward and building up. Are they threading a lot? Should do. Ah.
Done. So when you torque them, all you do is you put your tongue between your you tighten and it starts hurting, that's when you stop. So you know, tight.
Oh, when you order a Canadian through Temu. So there she is. That is a Detroit diesel V12 92 series. And today we are putting on superchargers and hopefully the heads as well. So you can see all the new pistons and wet liners in. And there's still bits of cleaning up to do, but we are getting there slowly. So it's stupidly hot in here, but it's actually coming on, and that is the first supercharger or blower. These are called blowers, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the head all nice and clean, straight from the milling shop about 3-4 months ago. So we covered them in wax, stops the rusting and like preserves it a little bit. And in the next lifetime, we will be inserting that onto its place. So what Frank's just done is a little extra precaution. He's put gasket sealant under the gasket as well, so it gives it a little bit extra.
So it doesn't fucking leak. They just always leak. That one doesn't leak anything. Mostly.
I don't know what you mean. Detroit diesel, they're not known for leaking. It's not...
They bleed.
12 cylinders and 92 leaks. Fun and games. I love how these are just so lightweight and easy for us to manoeuvre into place.
Oh, you should order the Bluetooth model next time.
Well, I think I prefer the carbon fibre and...
Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
My regular job to get to.
Regular job. You don't have a job, you like us.
My high-paying regular job. Which is easy, no one will be getting hurt and back hurting.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how I can grab this. There. Oh shit!
You can stick your fingers in the holes in the fucking lifter holes and shit. Be careful not to knock off any of those fucking silicone things over.
Yeah. Shut. Is it worth doing a quick check first or not?
Check what?
See if we're any. My God, they're evil. So what we've just put on is probably the heaviest part of the engine, it's the exhaust. So this whole lump, all this going right the way through. And it's not light at all. Frank, how much would you say them bloody things weigh?
I don't know, what, 20, 30 kilos each?
And the rest? But yeah, it's 2-person lift on, and then it bolts in about 6 places. But it is a bloody animal putting them in place. So later I'll be cleaning them up, spraying them. Because of the amount of oil as you clean down the engine, it just wasn't worth doing it at the start. So now's the time that I'll clean them down and give them a proper spray up. That's what you call don't put your foot in the bilge. There's a little hole there.
Yeah. There's too much stuff here.
I know, I'll shift it back in a sec. But, yeah.
You can put that turbo housing on there.
Another really good day today. Frank's got all the injectors in place. So it's been quite a bit of unwrapping, getting them in place, and then he's been working out like where all the bits and pieces go. Unfortunately, we did find one of the springs were snapped. So quick call to the States, and hopefully we'll get one sent out ASAP. Just another job, but it's all got to be sanded down. And then it can be oiled, maybe even varnished this time. The next video is definitely one to watch if you get a second. It is summer holidays, which is all of us together, but we've got some very, very special things happening. Also, it could be the first time we start the engine as well, so really... You enjoying yourself?
Tucking himself in there.
What the heck? Okay, you can stop it then.